How did off day work for you?
Oh, it was awesome. We got to turn off for about 24 hours. So hopefully a lot of our guys got to do the same. After 24 games in 24 days, everyone earned the right to turn off for 24 hours. So, but we're here and we're excited to be here.
Being familiar with your division, how much does it help her? How much does it help you knowing that you just saw this team a week ago?
Yeah, and we're super familiar with each other, obviously, and everyone in our division. But you know, it's crazy how when something like this happens on the schedule and you get this opportunity, and it's great for the game of baseball, and it's exciting. So, yeah, we know each other really well. We just played 4 or 5 days ago, so not a whole lot of change, and here we go.
Do you guys have to do something with John Means?
So we're still, I think his rehab is extended for a couple more days, but he came out of his bullpen yesterday, so we're going to see how he feels playing catch. It's going to be a day-to-day kind of conversations with John and what the next steps are.
What are the options since the AAA season's done?
There's a bunch of paperwork things. There's I don't quite understand all of them, but there's a world where we activate him, and there's a world where he can continue to rehab. So because there's no minor league games left, and so like I said, it's going to be day-to-day conversations with John on how he feels, what the need is, and vice versa.
What's the challenge of going up against a guy like Skubal in back-to-back weeks like this?
I mean, anytime Terry Skubal's on the mound, it's going to be a challenge. This is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, so and we're well aware, and you know we've had very little success off of him, so we have to continue to pound, you know, make him pound the zone, be ready to hit his pitches, and hopefully we can scratch some runs off of him.
How do you not press when you have to go against a pitcher like that?
You just relax and go compete against the best. That's the message, is you get to go test yourself against the best in the world. That's what athletes and competitors want to do. And like I said, we're very familiar with Tarek Skubal, and we're excited for another opportunity at him.
Stephen, every team enters September kind of with different goals in mind, maybe seeing young players. How dramatically did it change for you and your team as the month went along?
Yeah, I mean, our goals haven't changed. You know, we talked about when we get to spring training, our goal is to win a World Series, and that hasn't changed. And you know, our goal remained the same, and it will continue. And that's show up today, work hard, and win. And that continues to be the message, no matter what our record is, until there's an E next to our name. That's why we're here. We're here to win.
When you think about Gavin Williams and where he was at this time a year ago compared to kind of what he's become this season, what stands out about that year of growth?
His willingness to try new things. You know, Gavin has gone through 3-4 delivery changes this year. He's added 2 pitches. He's changed a bunch of things and did them all willing to let them work. You know, a lot of times, you know, we as people, we make a change knowing it's not going to, or believing it's not going to work, so it lasts for maybe a little bit, and then you get right back into the old habits. But Gavin has really done a great job of building upon each start and making small adjustments along the way.
So kind of piggybacking off Jesse's question, just like how would you describe the challenges you guys have run into this season, and kind of for lack of a better word, just how did you keep it all together with all those guys in there?
They did a great job showing up every day ready to win, despite what got thrown at them, despite what we went through. They just continued to show up and work and expect to win every single day. And I couldn't be more proud of that group of players and coaches and staff for keeping the energy. You know, we had every reason in the world to just turn our heads down and just finish the season. And not one person in that room allowed that to happen. And everybody's showed up and given everything they have every day. And that's who we are. We're never going to be anything different.
Vogt, obviously your confidence has never wavered. How much more comfortable are you that this team is in this spot, given that most of these guys were here last year playing in these kind of big games?
Yeah, everybody has playoff experience. You know, we have a few young guys that don't, but this whole month has kind of felt like playoffs, right? I mean, the role that these guys have gotten themselves on and the belief and the confidence they're showing up with, that's what you need when you go into these types of games. And really, you know, I hear a lot of like pressure tones and things like that. Like, are you kidding me? We have 6 games to go with an opportunity to get into the postseason. Like, there's no pressure. Like, go have fun and play baseball. That's how we've gotten to this point, is by having fun and playing baseball. It doesn't change today. It's the same thing, and we couldn't be more thrilled to be doing it in front of a bunch of fans at home. It's so awesome that a bunch of people have bought tickets and they're going to pack out Progressive. We can't thank them enough for supporting us.
When you look at batting average against for Cleveland, against not only the Tigers but the division in general, it's pretty historic what they're doing. How much of that is familiarity versus here's the plan and executing that?
It all comes down to execution. Good pitching will always beat good hitting, and we know our opponents really well, but we have to execute. And every major league hitter has holes. Every major league hitter has weaknesses and strengths, and but so do pitchers. Pitchers have strengths, and I just love the way our pitching staff all year, but specifically these last couple of months, has just really embraced that, and they're pitching to their strengths.
Now that you've been around Carl Willis for almost 2 whole seasons, what stands out about why he connects to his pitchers so well that maybe you didn't know 2 years ago?
Carl loves those guys like they're his own kids. He is with them in the tough times. He's in the limelight when they're going through the good times. He's the best teammate I've ever known in my entire life, Carl Willis, and I'm so fortunate I get to work with him because he cares deeply about these pitchers, and it takes that type of trust and relationship to be able to do the changes that these guys are implementing. And Carl, along with Joe, Brad, and Caleb, they support these guys as well as anybody I've ever been around in my entire life.
Going back to the Tigers, just in terms of both of these teams kind of almost ascending together over these last couple of years, how has that kind of influenced these matchups?
It's a lot of fun. I'd call it like a friendly rivalry. We get along with their coaching staff. You know, there's really just good people that play for both teams. There's not a whole lot to hate. And we have a mutual respect that we're similarly built and we match up. We know they're gonna make moves. They know we're gonna make moves, and no one's caught off guard. It's just a matter of going out and having fun and executing. And it's just been a lot of fun playing these guys the last couple of years.
With I'm sorry. With runners in scoring position is such a kind of a funky stat, but in the last 24, 25 games, you guys have been on fire there. What is there been one reason?
I don't think there's been one, right? I mean, we've talked about this in a nice way and in a negative way all year, right? That's been our Achilles heel and it's been our strength. And to me, hitting with runners in scoring position is relaxing. It's about relaxing, taking what the pitcher gives you and finding a way to get on base. And our guys have been doing that really well. The pressure's on the pitcher with runners in scoring position. They have to make pitches. So I really like the way our guys have slowed the game down with runners in scoring position and have executed.
What have you about the ABS being implemented for next year? What's your opinion?
Whew. It's a big change, right? We got to see it a little bit at spring training. It's coming. So it's a new rule, and we're going to have to learn how to use it. We're going to learn how to adapt to it. You can like it, dislike it. It doesn't matter. It's coming. So we'll figure out what all that entails and how we're going to implement that into our strategy, or how we're going to police it, however you want to say. But it's coming, and we've got 6 months to figure it out.
I think Stephen Kwan will be the poster child for it.
I mean, there's going to be a few people that have autonomy. Let's put it that way.
Stephen Vogt, the catcher, thought of ABS.
Would have helped me because I couldn't receive worth a crap. But it's going to change the game. It's going to change the game forever. But with most of the rule changes that we've seen, we learn how to use them, and you end up either liking it or dealing with it. And so either way, we're going to have to do it.